big, well, it's not even a big fight. I was going to say we had the big McGregor Cowboy fight, which just isn't a big fight. Nobody's hyped about it at all. Like, nobody I've talked with, there's not a ton of media or hype on it, like, on the internet. Like, it's just kind of like, Like, it was cool. Like, and I was the biggest Conor McGregor fan there was a couple years ago. I loved his story. I loved, everything the guy went through and achieved. And now it's just kind of like, okay, you're fighting Cowboy. And Cowboy's a legend. I had a beer with him one time in Ottawa. He's a beauty. But it's like, there's no excitement, Like, it's January. Cowboys lost 2 in a row. He got viciously knocked out by Gaethje, his last fight. Conor hasn't won. Everyone goes, oh, Conor hasn't won a fight in 3 years. Well, okay, yeah, but he didn't fight in a year. Fought Khabib after doing a boxing match with Floyd Mayweather. It's like, okay, well, yeah, he hasn't won, but I mean, look at his schedule. Look at the strength of schedule there. People just, you're only as good as your last performance. And they're fighting at 170, but they're both just 55ers, not cutting weight. I get it. Because the big fight now is going to be, Street Jesus versus Conor. Which, I mean, I'd be somewhat excited for that fight if Conor looks good in this one. But this fight, to me, a part of me wants Cowboy to win. Because it's like, I just want the upside. I want the craziness. And it's like, Cowboy's always been, like, right there, but never, like, fucking done it. So I'd love to see him just fucking get the upside and get a huge win. But I think Conor will probably smash him. One thing I'm worried about, Conor McGregor broke his left hand, like, 6 months ago. That's why he hasn't, like, another reason he hasn't fought in a while. If he breaks his hand or something like weird happens early, then the fight gets real interesting. Because I think if it goes the distance or it goes, like, Conor obviously, like, doesn't have a gas tank. He's a sprinter. He's a finisher. So the deeper water this gets in, the more likelihood that Cowboy will win somehow. And Cowboy's the opposite. He's not a good starter. He starts off slow. Like, Conor can tag him in the first minute, like, very quickly. So, interesting fight, but the fight card sucks. It's like, there's just not as much buzz there. I'm going to watch it and enjoy it, but it's just not the same, further. Like, I remember when, like, he was fighting Eddie Alvarez in Madison Square Garden. That was huge, Obviously, the Floyd and Khabib fights were huge. The Aldo knockout. Like, these were, like, events, where now it's kind of like, eh. But I guess if he has that impressive performance, calls out Masvidal, and that fight would be big. But it's weird because not a lot of people ever achieve all their dreams. I think Coach Kavanaugh, Conor's coach, was saying this. It's like, once he achieved all his goals, that was like the worst feeling I ever had as a coach. It's like, how do you inspire somebody or tell them to push harder when they achieved everything? And it must be tough because everybody has dreams or goals or aspirations, but it's like, a lot of people fail, a lot of people give up, a lot of people get a little taste of success. Conor achieved it all, man. The 2 ballots, the Floyd fight, like the biggest, entertainer fighter in the world, It's like, how do you beat that now? Now you're going to fight Cowboy? But then I think he's young too, he's like 30, so it's like, what, I just retire and do nothing my whole life? It's like, you want to obviously keep going. Like, it's a weird spot most people never get to, where they achieve all their goals at such a young age, and it's like, now what? You got to have new things to push you. I think that's hard to find, that eye of the tiger, when you've achieved everything, That's just my armchair quarterback expert opinion on UFC, because I'm a trained martial artist, so keep that in mind. I did karate back in the day, though. I did, and I beat the shit out of a bunch of girls back in the day, so that's cool. But not really. They kicked me in the balls, and then I didn't hit them because I was a gentleman. But true story too. I was in a karate tournament. A girl just kicked me right in the dick. It's like, holy fuck! I don't know. Like, I don't want to hit her. So I was like, fuck. What do I do? But I just took it. So great footwork though. For such a large athlete, I had great footwork, great kicks. Just an elite athlete in every avenue. If you like what you just saw, give the video a like. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you had a laugh. Give the channel a follow. Hit the notification bell. Shoot me a DM. Enjoy yourself.